You've done a number of calls, taken a number of calls on behalf of SilkRoad and RedCarpet and shared your experience. Can you kind of sum up what you tell prospects of SilkRoad and RedCarpet, what your experience is, and why you endorse the system?
In the main summary and focus I concentrate on is the customer service. Every purchaser likes to know that the decision they're making is validated and returned, you know, from a sales perspective pre-contract, and there's that continuity after you've signed up. And I can vouch wholeheartedly that there is no shift between the high level of customer service that is shown to us pre-sales to post-implementation. If anything, it gets better. You know, in the 3.5 years since I've had an association, we've personally built a strong customer relationship, and that's one of the main focuses that that questions are asked is there that continuity of service, and do you get exactly what you have asked for? And that's another one where yes, we do, and beyond. The customer service for SilkRoad is something that sets them apart from other organisations. It's their commitment at all levels that keeps you up at the front, at the forefront.
Could you do a recap for me on the cost that you saved, especially in your first 12 months out of the 3.5 years? Can you kind of recap the cost savings that you found in the first 12 months per employee and what your total savings were?
Within the first 12 months, we onboarded just under 500 employees, and at a approximate cost of about $1,100 savings, that came up to us on $500,000. So that was phenomenal for us, and likewise it allowed a greater deployment of our staff to be adding and working on other tasks, adding value back into other high-level projects in that as well.
And could you recap the performance of the system? How has the performance been for you?
It's been amazing. We have not had one outage in that time, or you know, it's our one point of truth for holding all our data, and it's been always on. So we haven't had any situations, or I guess one of my initial concerns pre-sign up was because we live in a different time zone. Should something occur for escalation, we're working in America's time zone, but that was something that SilkRoad assured us very much up front, that there would be that 24/7 type assistance or availability should something go wrong. And on the odd occasion that I perhaps have had to report a minor issue, it's the response. I'm often amazed at the response and how quickly we do get a response back, from acknowledgement to actual resolution.
And your the forms and the paper, have you totally eliminated your forms that go out to the new hires and the type of paper? How's that process been?
Absolutely. All our employee forms are embedded into onboarding, and they have been from day one. And that was mainly we didn't want half in, half out. We wanted it all to be within the one system. And as I referred to earlier, that is from an internal perspective to get those forms back timely. We're no longer chasing forms, and we've collected the right information. We've got it once, and we've got it right the first time as well. And we've got the validation on how we are collecting that data.
And the feedback from your new employees, has it been positive as it relates to their experience with RedCarpet and the feeling of the culture and brand that they're coming into?
Yes, it has. We've had some senior staff join us, we've had some junior staff join us, and we've got a good response from junior to senior, in the sense of, oh, that was different, oh, we haven't had that experience before, and oh, it was so smooth, it was welcome, a positive experience. Yeah, so it makes me feel good too that I've added something to the company, and I've helped add something to the company back to create that positive first day experience. It's very important. I think you have one opportunity to create that positive experience when an employee is coming into a new organisation, especially from a cultural perspective as well.
And so you've had Red Carpet 3.5 years. Would you recommend SilkRoad's Red Carpet?
Absolutely, yeah. It's only the only way to go, and I would not want to. I don't know how we managed to put it that way without it beforehand. Without it, it's just part of our everyday life. But if I had to think back of the chaos that we had before at Red Carpet, I don't want to think back. We looked at approximately it could affect 3 days, add 3 days of productivity to our employee, because they could actually start on their first day and be available to work, as opposed to some of the logistic nightmares we used to have with their IT accounts or their computer not being ready. So on average we've sort of put that into about a 3-day time saving for the employee alone.
So that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and a lot of money that until we had the system you had no idea just how much time savings. And it allows our employees now, internally as well, who were providing that service, to add value in another area, because they're not having to repetitively go back and do those manual corrections and tasks that they used to have to do. The support calls and chasing where was an employee's onboarding activities at. So it's removed all of that behind the scenes chaos that perhaps the employee didn't see, but we knew it was going.
It made your life easier.
The dashboards are actually one of the best features in the system. It's delivering just the right level of information. We train our users to manage it by exception with the escalation of the traffic lights. And it's very, very simple from a high level perspective. You can go in and you can, as I say, manage it by the traffic lights and look at if there's the red, then you can quickly go and see whether something needs escalated. But each day we have our staff go in and they're looking at that traffic lights, and or they, various parts of the day they're going in. But it's created a very simple, nice looking interface, but at the same time very effective.
When you brought up feature enhancement requests, how have you found working with the SilkRoad team? Have you found that your suggestions have been valuable into features of subsequent releases?
Absolutely. That was one of the other things that's impressed me as well, is the time in which I may submit something to the time that I find, oh, it's in the next product release. It's been a very quick turnaround and a positive response from SilkRoad, that they take your feedback on board and have implemented what I've asked for, and from a customer experience that's been very positive. I appreciate our experiences perhaps are unique to our company, but they've seen the benefit of it applying right across to other companies as well.
Have you had any hidden fees from SilkRoad? Have you ever been charged anything that you didn't think that you should be charged?
Definitely not, no. Everything that we had signed up for has been charged accordingly. No hidden fees whatsoever.
And if you had to buy again, would you feel comfortable in your choice of SilkRoad and Red Carpet?
Absolutely, yeah. From that sales perspective of demoing the product right through to the negotiation, closeout and implementation, everything that we were promised was delivered. And